Hey, you're back with the Trail Manners podcast. This is our Singletrack Session number 8. And this session has been made possible by Intermountain McCady Surgery Center and Orthopedics. We're happy to announce a grand opening that is scheduled for this month, September 13th. It's an 82,000 square foot facility. It's going to feature outpatient surgical services, physical therapy services, including indoor and outdoor rehab areas and therapy pools, radiology, pharmacy, McCady Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, and the Carlton Harrison Clinic. Trail Manners are going to be there on opening day doing a podcast. You're invited too for free tours starting at 4 p.m. Again, that's September 13th. We hope to see you out there. And thank you very much, Intermountain McCady Surgery Center and Orthopedics. Now here we go, on with Singletrack Session number 8. Enjoy. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Singletrack Session number 8. Right? Happens to be my favorite number, so that's easy for me to remember.
Yes, it is.
And we are back in Studio 78. She's running like a champ. She's ready for a test, I think.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Little distance test. We'll get out of the townie mode.
Right.
But we're back here at below Malin's here at 22nd Street Trailhead. Got a lot to talk about today. This Singletrack Session show is turning into quite the gem, I think.
I think so, too. It's going to be longer than 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way.
Yeah, so we apologize. But, hey, it's a little more listening pleasure, right?
It sure is.
So let's start off. Let's kick it off. UTMB.
Yeah, a lot went on.
A lot went on at UTMB. Big race, obviously. Those that you don't know, if you don't, check it out. Those that do, wowzers, right? Had a huge contingent of Americans on the men's side. Top 10, let's say top 6.
Top 6.
There were 3 Americans.
There were.
Number 3 was Tim Tollefson.
Yep.
Number 4, David Laney. And 6 was Zach Miller, and they all happen to be Nike athletes.
I know. Nike's got to be loving that right now.
Yep, but the winner of that was...
Go for it.
Yep, here we go. Here we go. Ready? You can turn the volume down on this one. It's Ludovic Pomeroy.
Nice.
Pomeroy.
Now, did you watch the video to see how Brian pronounced that name?
I didn't. Dang it. Did he nail it?
Yeah.
He always does that. Cool guy.
Well, that's because he's there and he can say, dude, how do I pronounce your name?
Right. But yeah, so Hoka had athletes on the podium for both men and women because women was Caroline Chavarot.
Chavarot?
I'm guessing. That's her name today, and I apologize again. I'll always apologize if I get it wrong. It's nothing personal.
Yeah, she ran a really good race.
But yeah, I mean, big race. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just every year it just gets strong and strong and strong and strong and keeps going.
Yeah.
And it sounded like Zach led most of the race. He went out like a horse.
Yeah, he took it out.
And it was his first 100.
I know.
That's what's crazy.
It was so cool to see him finish, though, because, I mean, he was done. He was cooked.
So
he pulled out top 10.
Yeah.
Come on, that's awesome.
Well, if you look at the top, just say the top, I don't know, top 6 were all at 22 hours and change. Between 22 hours and 22:54, top 6. That's how close that was.
That's so fast for such a course that has, a hard rock elevation change.
Yeah.
But it's not run at that elevation, right? So what does it have? 30,000 feet of climbing?
It's got I don't
something
know.
like that.
Yeah, it's huge, but yeah, that's pretty impressive. On the women's side, Magda Bollet took 5th.
Yeah.
Right?
Good for her.
Yeah, and that was a strong field over there on the women's side too. Top again, Caroline came in at 25:15 for the women, and then the second place was like 7 minutes behind her.
Yeah,
so
I think that was a
close race.
Way tight.
Yeah, that was Andrea Huser. That's what her name is today.
Yeah.
So so that was big, and then Cascade Crest 100, which is one that's on my bucket list.
Yeah, that looks fun.
That does. That was a couple wins there with Jesse Lang for the men.
Right.
And one of our favorites, Chrissy Mel, for the females.
No, she's killing. She's so consistent.
Yeah, and she's just fun, right?
She's a good lady.
So that was on Cascade, and then here we go, another pronunciation for all those people out in California. The Tamalpa, right? Tamalpa. I'm not even going to try. Joel hasn't even tried these.
No.
So
I just throw you under the bus on that.
I know, and I'll take it every time, and
yeah.
you can hit me up on Facebook and ravage me and burn me, for not doing it right. But Bree Lambert, who we had on the show not too long ago, was the 14th female, but she is now the 2016 USATF National Masters 50K Trail Champ.
That's so cool.
Try and put that on a trophy plaque, right?
Yeah.
That's a long one.
It better be a big plaque.
I know. So congratulations, Bree, for that. Another big race. So good job there. Next up is let's announce the winners. We had a contest for Brian Powell.
Yeah.
Right? Episode number 45.
Had 3 books to give away.
We had 3 of his books, so you're going to have to contact me with your address so I can get these books out to you.
Right.
So, Rocky Henderson, we kind of randomly picked, but kind of looked at answers. And
right.
So, Rocky Henderson, you have won.
And the reason why Rocky won is because his name's Rocky.
His name's Rocky, but listen to what he had to say. I wish I would have been told to slow down and enjoy the surroundings. Too often the run is just a run. Quit pushing the pace and open your eyes, right? I love that.
That's solid advice.
That really is, because you pass through such awesome territory, and sometimes and that's fine. I mean, some people are out there to gun it and mindset, but take that time. I mean, it's a training run. Like this year for me was El Vaquero. I took that race as a little bit different and enjoyed it way more. My time showed it.
Yep.
But it was awesome. So, Rocky, you're one of the winners. So, Rocky Henderson,
winner number 1.
Message me your address. We'll get that book out to you. Next up is Jeff Metzger.
Yeah.
Right? And his tip was you don't have to run all the time.
That's so true.
I live by that.
Yeah.
Right? So, Jeff, send me your address. And last one, Ryan Anderson.
Yeah, Ryan.
And his was run your long runs like it was race day. Gear, nutrition, hydration. Seems simple, right? But train like you're going to run the race with all your gear.
Right.
So, Ryan,
good advice,
Jeff,
guys.
and Rocky, send me your mailing address, and we'll get your book out from Brian Powell, and so you can have your prize, I guess, right?
So what other contests we got going on right now?
Well, we just had Turtle's Show launch, number 48.
Yeah.
And it's for a race entry to his new race, which you've done the website for.
Yeah, it's almost done. We're missing the cost of the actual event itself.
That's a key component.
It is, and there's a reason why. Turtle can explain it better than I can, but and then also the sign up button is not there either. So right now we're waiting on Ultra sign up. So the ball's in their court.
Okay.
So all the content's done. The important stuff is there, except for the price and the sign up button. So as soon as Ultra sign up does whatever they need to do, that will be on the website, and I'm sure it'll be up by September 5th or 6th at the latest.
Okay.
But it looks like a really cool course.
Yeah.
Just being on the back end of the race and seeing what Turtle's doing and putting into it and seeing the course, it looks way rad.
Do you remember, off the top of your head, do you know the date?
I want to say the 12th of November.
Okay. So, okay.
Maybe the second Saturday of November.
I think that's the 12th because the 5th is Jim's race on the island.
Right.
So anyway, he has a contest for a free race entry, and his is you're going to have to go listen to the show number 1 because it's awesome. And we've got a lot of comments on that. We have a guy even just mentioned that it inspired him to get his Westie out and work on it.
I know, that was rad.
That was awesome. So that's pretty cool. But his is on license plates for San Juan County, I think.
Right.
It's what does ZE stand for is the county code.
ZE.
Yeah, and so there's been some comments there. We may have he's been holding people to task on
he
this.
He has, which
too.
is so cool.
He's like commenting on it. He's like, show me your proof.
Yeah.
Do you have, all this stuff. So
and the reason he's gonna be in, just old curmudgeon guys because he can't figure it out himself.
That's right. He wants the answer, so he's just letting people do his legwork.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. Then a couple things coming up with races on the Bear 100. There's a fire right now about mile 75-ish.
Yeah, so that's up there around the ski resort. I think it looks like the fire was just after the ski resort.
Yeah, and so they said that shouldn't have to worry about canceling the race. They may have to reroute, but they're waiting for Forest Service approval.
Yep.
So we hope we get some rain here in the.
Oh, that'd be nice.
For that. Wasatch 100's right around the corner.
Ooh, what is that? 2 weeks? No, week and a half.
Yeah, it's a little over a week, really.
Yeah.
And there's been some hubbub on that one right now too.
Yeah.
With some, we all know that there's been some course changes.
Yep.
So that's into effect this year.
Oh yeah. You guys are getting spanked on the first climb.
Yeah, I heard that's a monster.
Going up Bear.
Yeah. So there's
Don't blow yourself up. Yeah. Going up Bear.
Take it easy.
Yes.
There's plenty of race after that.
Absolutely.
But there's been some chatter on the social media waves about all the aid stations and crew access and pacer access, and it's changed a lot.
It has, and probably for the better, to be honest.
Yeah, those aid stations get really crowded safety-wise. And people, some of the points, if you haven't been on there, are super accessible, like right off an interstate. So you get like one person might have 20 family members and friends show up.
Right.
And we all know that 20 people aren't going to fit in a Volkswagen bus. So you got to have multiple cars, right, of these people showing up.
Well, we can try that out.
Joel's looking around. I think
I'm looking at the bus right now going, I think we can get 20 people in here, no problem. But yeah, they've changed the policy for crew and pacer access. So at Big Mountain, I think they're going to hold the crew car until you get to Sessions.
Yep.
And then the crew car can come up and drop somebody off, I believe.
Yep. Pacer, I think.
Yep. And then they're out. And then Lambs, boy.
That's hairy.
That is hairy. I love it, though, man. They're like, you are not allowed to come. You shall not pass.
And that's right there at the interstate. So that's like the super accessible one for a vehicle and a crew and people. So
where are they holding them? Are they holding them at Mountaindale? Somewhere down the canyon?
Somewhere down there.
Until you get to, what's that aid station out in the middle of the hot section?
Oh, I hate that section. I should know off the top of my head, but I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, oh, man. Anyways, folks, if you've never run the course, there's this aid station, and it's like a lifesaver because it's out in the middle of the hottest part of the course.
Yep.
And once you get to that, if you have a pacer, they're going to let the whoever's dropping the pacer off go at that point.
Yeah.
But your crew cannot hang out.
Nope.
Like they could in the past. And to be honest, that was one thing I always liked about Wasatch is when you came into Lambs, it was a big old party. And it was fun. It was uplifting. But I understand why they have to do it because it became too much.
Well, and you hit it right before it gets dark most of the time, right?
Yes, and if you're mid the backpacker like Eric and I, yeah.
Like right before dark.
Yeah.
And then you can't go up to Mill Creek. So the next time
Yeah.
you're going to see somebody's Brighton, which in the past has been mile 75. This year it's mile 67.
Right.
So there's a change there.
Yeah, thank goodness I really liked it when they took out the Mill Creek thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember pacing that thing when cars were allowed up there. That was nuts.
Especially when it's dark.
When it was dark, it was so scary.
Yeah. So I'm okay with them
Absolutely
booting that one.
Yeah. And then the what is that? The Brighton thing. I know people are really worried about that, but to be honest, you're going to be fine because what'd you say, mile 60 something?
67.
Yeah, you're going to get there before that marathon starts.
Yeah.
Ideally, you are.
Yeah. So you should be fine.
You should be fine. Yeah.
So yeah, big changes there.
Yeah, and I think to be honest, you've had enough time to kind of get your game plan together, to readjust, soldier on. You're going to do it. You're going to make it. You'll be just fine.
And it's just those little tweaks. You're still going to be able to have a pacer.
Yeah.
It's just the logistics have changed a little bit.
Exactly.
And if you're a pacer or a crew, work that out for your runner. Don't make your runner work those out. They got enough on their mind.
Yeah, they do. Yep.
Then next up, we can talk about Hardrock. They made an announcement this week.
Yeah. So what was it? It used to be 140.
Yeah, they said that the 2017 starting field is going to be 145.
Right. This past year it was 152.
Yeah, they went from 140 to 152, but and quote here, adversely affects both the quality and management of the event.
Right.
Partially rolling back the field is a change that should mitigate that effect.
Right.
So, and that lottery registration opens up October 26th through November 20th. Lottery to be held December 3rd.
Right.
So,
initially, when that came out, I was like, man, does 7 people really make that big of a difference? And then I started doing the math. It's like, well, if you've got, say you got 2 crew people, right? So there's 2 times 7, there's 14. So you got a couple pacers, right? So you start doing that math, and you're getting up close to 30 extra people in that small town, up in that high, fragile environment. Yeah, it can negatively affect the course.
Yeah, because my first thought about it, I'm like, really, 7 people? But like you said, there's some there's some other factors involved.
Yeah, if you got 30 extra people in that town, it makes a difference.
It does. Yeah.
It really does. And then we talked to some people that were at Hardrock this year, and they had mentioned that there is some problems going on right now with people hiking up to see the race. So all these extra, spider trails, these braids are starting to form that weren't there 10 years ago. So the Forest Service is going to come down hard on that if the committee can't take care of that. So I think that's what they're trying to do right now.
Yeah, and it sounds like they're taking the first step to that. And,
exactly,
we'll
being
see.
proactive. Good on them.
And it's 7 people, so there's still 33 veterans, 45 nevers, and 67 everyone else's that'll be in there. So the poor nevers, man, 45.
Yeah. I feel bad for the nevers, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because that's a scary course.
Yeah, I know, right? Carl, Mr. Speed Goat himself, he's about halfway through the Appalachian Trail right now.
Yeah, on on pace, too.
Yep, and he's struggling with some shin issues.
Yeah.
But that's just going to happen, man, when you're doing crazy stuff like that. So.
Yeah, hopefully that settles down. He starts clicking off the miles.
Yeah, so Carl, as you're listening to our podcast on the trail through your iPod, good luck, man.
Yep, we wish you luck, buddy.
What else we got coming up? Gear Garage.
This week.
Number 6 is going to be a little different, right? So this one's going to be audio only.
Yep, because it is from the Outdoor Retailer Show.
It is. We got with Lentine. She's from Scratch Labs, and she's the one that came out with her new cookie mix.
Yummy.
And so you got to listen to that because she nails it.
She does.
Right? So
and we nailed the cookies.
we nailed it. That tastes good, but let me double check.
Yeah,
right?
I need to triple check that one.
I'm not so sure. Yep, that's good. Yep. So listen to that, Gear Garage number 6. Speaking of Gear Garage, still digging our new logo.
Yeah, we haven't put that out there yet. That's
not.
My fault. That's on me. Last week I was getting it up and it just didn't happen.
Yep. Jill didn't get it up last week, so.
So this week I'll get it up for sure. That's my fault. I'm sorry, Stacy.
I'm in here giggling, but that was from Stacy Barker.
Yeah.
He's an illustrator, graphic designer from Barking Goat Studios
up in Pocatello.
So check that out. So we'll put that up with this week's show
for sure.
And then next week, podcast Leon. I'm super excited for this one. I've listened to it twice already.
You need to get ready, folks. You might cry.
Yeah, and me and Joel got silent a few times, and there's a reason for that.
Yeah, because he's just a good dude, a kind soul. I can't say enough good things about him.
Yep, and so Leon's show, episode 49, that's coming out next week.
Right on.
And then interesting, I love trucker hats. There's no secret there.
No, you got a problem.
And I do have a problem. And now I'm kind of getting into this whole, I want to start getting trucker hats from run shops.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this one.
So I've been in contact, because there's a run shop I'm digging right now, and I've never been there, but I think I'm going to head there for Thanksgiving. So that's a win-win for me.
Oh, that's the first I've heard of that.
Colorado Springs for Thanksgiving, it looks like right now.
All right. Oh, yeah, I see the connection there.
80% chance.
Yes.
Okay. So Palmer Divide Running Company in Palmer Lake, Colorado.
Right. We're best buddies right now.
Dude, these guys are awesome. You got to follow them on Instagram and Facebook, but check these guys out because they're a trail-only run shop.
Yeah.
That's pretty rare.
Yeah, it is.
Right? And they do things their way.
Yeah, which we totally respect because that's kind of how we roll, too, on the podcast.
Yep. And so I've been talking to Chad, and they just had a little Instagram video of some sweet build-your-own trucker hats with their logo.
Yeah.
And we're going to get a couple, me and Joel are.
Yeah.
And we're gonna rock those.
Right. Totally.
So I'm into trucker hats. If you got cool trucker hats, reach out to me, man.
Yeah, you'll trade them up, won't you?
I'll trade them. I'll buy them. Heck, I don't care. So digging what those guys are doing over there. Palmer Divide Run Company. Check them out. They're just hilarious. The stuff they do. So,
did you see the video of those guys at was it Leadville with the cowbell? I think it was Leadville, and they had a cowbell. It was awesome. We need to find that, dig it up, watch it. It might be on Instagram. I had to watch it several times because there was so much hip thrust.
And there you go, a trail-only shop with hip thrust.
I know.
And speaking of gear, can we take a moment to say Annie McDonald representing our stuff? And the people that don't know, she jumped, she's a little afraid, I guess, right, of heights or something. She was on a rock, did a jump, threw her hat, and Joel's like, hey, careful with that.
Easy.
Right?
That's a collector's item. That specific version of the Trail Manners hat is a collector's item.
Yep, that Boco hat. So we had to give her a little shout out. But me and Jill did a race series years ago here in Ogden called the Nuts, Northern Utah Trail Series.
Yep.
And she mentioned, and I didn't know, she has a nut shirt.
I know.
And I thought, wait a minute, that's pretty cool.
That's
vintage.
I'm
going to call it vintage now.
Yep.
So that's awesome. So thanks, Annie. And then, man, she's got to be our number one fan, right?
I think I'm going to say she is. I mean, we have some serious stalkers out there that we don't know about that I'm a little worried about as well. But our number one fan, Wendy from Pocatello, she just won. We don't know what she won.
You won something, Wendy. We'll figure it out.
But she's got the visor at Machu Picchu
in Peru.
Folks, you all just lost.
Yep.
Wendy won.
And she put it on Instagram. Yeah. And she's like, she said it's a lot of kind things, too.
She did.
And Joel, she talked about when she hugged Joel at El Vaquero in the middle of a race.
No, it was at the finish.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was at the finish. She came across the finish, and I totally ran up and said, hey, you got my hat on. And then she totally, maybe somewhat accosted me a little bit, but that's okay.
And then she said, sorry, not sorry. So
Yeah, exactly. No, that was fun.
So thanks. We appreciate the photos and the tags because it makes our day
It
big
does.
time. We got a lot of people out there that are doing it. Don't get us wrong. I mean, Brad
kills it too. Brad Sween,
Isaac,
he's awesome.
And we have a lot of people out there that have our gear, and that's cool for us. We'd like to see where the gear goes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of places do that, but we'd definitely like to see that.
So it might be hard to do, but somebody can maybe top Wendy.
That's tough.
That's going to be tough. I'd like to see somebody do it.
It's got to be super legit, right?
Yeah, it does. You can't be like in the front of, the poster board at the end of a race, right? With a big old Mount Everest in your background.
That's right. Check me out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough to beat, and the smile on her face was totally
that was
on
genuine.
point, too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that'd be really cool to see. And then maybe let the cat out of the bag a little bit on what we're working on for gear.
Yo.
So we've got these hats through Boco Gear, who we love these guys.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So easy to work with, quality gear.
Yeah.
They do design. I mean, it just looks good.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Joel are looking into doing some beanies.
Because the weather's about to change, right?
It better about to change.
Oh, I'm telling folks, those people that don't live on the Wasatch Front don't know, but it has been just brutal.
Yep.
It's supposed to be 98 today.
Jeez. And
we're tired of it.
It's almost September.
Yeah. Come on now.
And when you're driving a 78 Volkswagen bus and you don't get air conditioning till about 45 miles an hour, this heat is brutal.
Yeah, it is. It's stanky.
It is get rough. So we're looking to do some beanies. Boco's working on the design. We'll have a couple designs we'll choose from. We're going to do some pre-orders on these.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to handle maybe the first couple runs is, once we decide on the design, we'll get it out there, get your feedback, and then we'll open a window of time where you can pre-order it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll close that window. Boom, we'll send off the cash. We'll get the turnaround on the beanies and ship them out.
Yep.
And then what we'll do is we'll take then the proceeds of that, put it right back into buying more stuff, because that's what we do. We don't take that money and pocket it. It always goes back into buying more gear.
Yeah, because it's good to have out there. And we've had people request beanies, and the other thing people are requesting are sweatshirts.
Yeah, so we got a hoodie right now. There's 2 hoodies. There's 2 Trail Manor hoodies in the world right now, and I love it.
Yeah, it's nice.
And I think we'll probably end up doing the same thing with those.
Yeah.
Probably in October. So give us another 5 weeks or so before you start seeing that come out.
Yeah, because sweatshirts won't take long on the turn time, but Boco, where it's custom, it takes a little bit longer, like 4 weeks-ish.
It does.
Right in there. So we'll get those going first.
Right.
And then we'll get some, because our shirts are doing good. We still have some of those.
Oh,
Jump on board.
So this past weekend, I ran the Mid-Mountain Marathon, and I have not run that race since 2007, so it's been 9 years ago. And I got to the start line, the Wojciechowski brothers were there.
Nice.
Right? And it's so funny. Every time I run into those guys, oh, man, I love your podcast, which is so rad.
Yeah.
And the first thing he asked me, though, when you go and get some shirts, I need a shirt. A different color shirt is what he was saying.
Yep.
And I was like, soon?
Well, because we have the white, kind of the ASIC Tech.
Yeah.
And only like 2 of the yellow and medium
ASIC
Tech.
The yellow, if you're medium, you got to get on those.
Because
those are cool.
That light blue, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Pete Pearl Azumi, which I still am sad about the whole Pearl Run thing, but we won't jump back into that. The Pearl Azumi Everyday Gray, super subtle, soft.
Yeah, I got one on right now.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
We got that one in gray. And we have that in men and women's cut.
Right.
And same with the ASIC, we have men and women's cut. But we'd like to do some more colors, maybe a couple different designs.
Yeah.
We got some stuff coming out there.
Let's get through most of the stock first, and then we'll go ahead. We'll try to get a new design out, try to find a new shirt itself, actually, since PI is crap in the bed.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we have a few extras that we could print and a few extra ASICs, but that's where we're at, but we need your help to get through those so we can order more.
Yeah, the trucker hats, hey, we still have those. Let's try to get through those so we can get I'd like to get a new design. I think that's always cool.
That is. Yeah, so these ones will be limited edition, really. Mm-hmm. We're not doing more runs of the same one right now.
Right.
And we have those beanies coming out. So keep your eye open on that. Go ahead and place your orders. We still have some stickers that we like to throw in there, too.
Oh, yeah. I got about 50 of them.
Yeah.
So if you ever see me, I think I have them in the truck.
I have in this drawer right here in the Volkswagen bus.
I will give you a sticker.
I will, too. If you see me in the bus, track me down, I'll give you a sticker.
If you see me at the trailhead, I got stickers.
Yep.
I'll give you one.
And then we're working on a special little something that we got some proofs on yesterday
Oh, I haven't seen those yet.
from the guests. You've seen those. You
I
want
have?
one?
Oh, yeah, I want one of those.
Yeah,
I want one of those bad.
I know, they're sweet.
Oh, my gosh.
So we're going to...
We need to sell those.
Yeah, that's the thing is it started off as one idea. It might go to a completely different other one because of the
we need to
people
go
we're
the way.
working with.
Those things are rad. You guys are going to love these.
Yeah, this is the people we're working with on that. We're working with Eric over at Elevation Culture. So you can check out Elevation Culture to get an idea of
Gotcha.
what we're probably doing.
Yeah, folks, you're going to love this. You're going to dig this.
Yeah.
This will be a great stocking stuffer for those people that love the podcast.
Yeah, and people that you want to love the podcast, give
Exactly.
them one anyway.
Oh, I love it. It's going to be affordable too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
little
under
bit.
under $15.
Yeah, easy. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so
for
what-
the single track show?
Well, so let's throw out there. Let's see, 100-milers are coming up.
Yeah, Wasatch
Okay.
Bear.
Don't forget, folks. Another way you can support the podcast:
Yep.
buy some Ultra Aspire gear.
Yeah, for your races.
Yeah, the link is on the website. If you don't want Ultra Aspire gear, hey, we got a donation button. Throw some cash down.
That's right.
Because there's some things we'd like to do, but we need extra funds.
Yeah, and some of it's super secret. We won't even announce.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we don't get our hopes up.
No, definitely not. We were trying to go to Jackson this weekend.
Yep.
You know, conducted an interview with Meredith because she came in second
Yeah.
over at the TDS. But it just didn't come together. And one of the reasons is because, we just didn't have the extra funds to go up there.
Time and funds.
Yeah. So that's some of the things that we try to do with the funds that come in. Besides, replenish our, gear supply, our sticker supply, is to pay for gas, time, and travel.
How does that sound?
Yeah.
Gotta pay for gas, people.
Yeah.
We're just short of holding the cardboard sign up.
Yeah, pretty close. So anything helps. We appreciate you guys listening, donating, and buying gear for sure.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to share us with your friends.
Oh, please do.
We'd like to rack up our Facebook, Instagram followers. So if you can help out there, share us. Have people like us. We like likes.
Exactly. And don't forget the Gear Garage on the YouTube channel.
Yep.
We've got how many videos on there now? I think four.
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yep.
Next week we'll have another video up, either doing Ultra Aspire gear or doing a Hoka shoe. We just haven't decided which one yet.
So yeah, I think that's it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
What time we got there?
We're at 26 minutes.
Holy cow!
Yeah, so we're overboard, but hey, it's a quick 26.
That's
it's
right.
not even a warm up on your run. It's
Nope.
not even finishing your commute to work.
Nope.
Or your lunch at your desk. So
That's right.
You can listen to us any way you want. But yeah, head on over, follow us, like us, give us a review on iTunes if you got some time. Just a quick little review.
Yeah.
Be gentle. I'm kind of thin-skinned on those, but
Be gentle.
be gentle, people. Be gentle. Anyway, enjoy your trails this week. We're going to end this one with let's now go get it. Whatever you're going after, you got a lot of hundreds. Like Joel said, we got the one at Steamboat coming up.
That's right.
Right.
Run, rabbit, run.
Run, rabbit, run. So I'm tough that Joel's
I'm
going to
tough.
be doing. So there's a lot coming up in September.
Yeah.
A lot of people racing, a lot of people pacing, a lot of people crewing. Enjoy your times out there.
Yeah. That's
Share
right.
some photos with us. Post us, tag us, send them over. We'll post them.
That's right.
All right. Thanks for listening to Single Track Session number 8. Eric and Joel, we're out.